чорнявая дівчина, сану його не брала Маруся. Раз, два, три калина, чорнявая дівчина, сану його не брала Маруся. Hey!
From Edmonton, Alberta, that was the Euphoria Band with a song from their brand new CD, hot off the presses, and that song was Rozpirajte Chlopci Koni, Unharness the Horses, Boys. Добрий день, шановні радіослухачі, та вітаю вас всіх на радіопередачу «Наш Холос» радіо українського коріння, яка подається вам сьогодні, так як і кожній середи з 11 до 13 години на радіостанції CHLY 101,7 FM у місті Nanaimo. При мікрофоні цю годину є Павліна, а наступну годину буде з вами Оксана. Дякую, що рішили перебути з нами наступних 2 годин. Ми маємо дуже цікаві новини на сьогоднішній програмі і чудову українську музику. Hello there and welcome to Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio here on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo. I'm Paulette Demchik-McCory, Pukrinska Pavlina, and I'll be your host for this first hour. Oksana will be here at 12 noon to host the show in Ukrainian. I'm delighted to have you with us. We've got a great program lined up for you in this hour. Part 2 of our summer reading list on Ukrainian Jewish heritage. As well, we've got an interview with the Euphoria Band, who you just heard open the show. So stay tuned for all of that. We've also got our usual proverb of the week, other items of interest, and great Ukrainian music. And coming up next, a young girl group from Montreal called Rosa. And here they are with Chejesz to Poleczko, The Unplowed Field.
To poleczko neorane, czyjeż to poleczko neorane, to mого милого занедбане, to mого милого занедбане, to mого милого занедбане, to mого милого занедбане. Оране, оране, але мало, оране, оране, але мало, помийся, колечко поламало, помийся, колечко поламало, помийся, колечко поламало, помийся, колечко поламало. Оране, оране, але мало, оране, оране, але мало, оране, оране, але мало, оране, оране, але мало. Колечко замало, равка впала, колечко замало, равка впала. Чого ж ти, дівчино, так зав'яла? 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 Як ти се зламало, дай направить, як ти се зламало, дай направить. Навчися, мій милий господарить, навчися, мій милий господарить. Навчися, мій милий господарить, навчися, мій милий господарить. А мися чорнячки подобають, а мися чорнячки подобають, що нам я так мило позирають, що нам я так мило позирають, що нам я так мило позирають, що нам я так мило позирають. Чиє ж то полечко не оране, чиє ж то полечко не оране, то мого милого занедбане, 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 то мого милого занедбане.
Up next, from the Nash Holos audio archives, Ukrainian food flair.
Hello. I've recently discovered jellied beet borscht. It makes a beautiful appetizer or a light lunch on a summer day, and it only takes about 15 minutes to make. Get your pens ready. You'll need the following ingredients: 4 cups of purchased or homemade borscht, with shredded beets. That will be about 32 to 33 ounces if purchased. A 1/4 cup fresh lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 5 teaspoons unflavored gelatin. Sieve the borscht into a large saucepan and keep the beets for another use. Stir in lemon juice, salt, and sprinkle with gelatin. Let stand for a minute so the gelatin will soften. Bring to a boil, stirring, and pour into a 9-inch glass container. Cover with plastic wrap and chill until set, about 4 to 4.5 hours. Dice and serve in bowls with very finely diced radish and cucumber, some chopped fresh dill, and a dollop of sour cream. That's it. Cool and refreshing. Try it. It's Ukrainian.
This has been Ukrainian Food Flair from the Nash Holos audio archives.
Посаджу я грушечку, хай буде гай. Посаджу я грушечку, хай буде гай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Росте, росте грушечка, хай буде гай. Росте, росте грушечка, хай буде гай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Ой, зацвіла грушечка, хай буде гай. Ой, зацвіла грушечка, хай буде гай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Ой, зірву я грушечку, хай буде гай. Ой, зірву я грушечку, хай буде гай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Дам я мамі грушечку, хай буде гай. Дам я мамі грушечку, хай буде гай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай. Нічка ж моя темная, і ти зорі ясная, дай Боже дай.
from the east coast of the United States, that was Olya Chudoba Fritz and Posaju Yahushechku, a song about a girl sitting under a pear tree. And bringing it back to Canada, to Winnipeg, in fact. And this is a group called Sluhai with a song about another tree. This one is Kalena, and that translates as high bush cranberry or guelder rose.
Там дівчина стояла, 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 чумбарики стояла, 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 чумбарики стояла. Світ калини ламала, 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 чумбарики ламала, 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 чумбарики ламала. Та почечки складала, 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 чумбарики складала, 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 чумбарики складала. Тайна хлопців моргала, 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 чумбарики моргала, 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 чумбарики моргала.
Ви слухаєте радіопередачу «Наш Холос» радіо українського коріння на радіостанції CHLY 101.7 FM у місті Nanaimo. Говорить Павліна. You're listening to Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo. I'm your host, Pavlina. And now for a look at Ukraine's rich Jewish heritage, then and now, brought to you by the Ukrainian Jewish Encounter based in Toronto, Ontario. This is Pavlina, producer and host of Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio. This week, part 2 of our 2018 summer reading list. This list is a compilation of books that have been reviewed on Ukrainian Jewish heritage here on Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio. Books can entertain, inform, edify, but they always enrich minds, those of the reader and also of the author. some of whom are inspired by the writing of a book to write more on a topic that intrigues them. That includes a few of the authors in this list. So here are 7 more books recommended by Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio and the sponsor of this series, the Ukrainian Jewish Encounter, for your summer reading pleasure and edification. East-West Street tells the story of 2 jurists from Lviv who were instrumental in shaping the precedent-setting Nuremberg trial. Most people the world over still really have no idea of the origins of the term genocide, which, like the Holocaust, is in danger of becoming an empty cliché instead of a powerful metaphor for the capacity of man's inhumanity to man. East-West Street is a gripping account of the origins, in effect the invention, of the terms genocide and also of crimes against humanity. These 2 concepts became the centerpiece for the prosecution of Nazi war criminals. The author of East-West Street, Philip Sands, brings together the stories of his grandfather and these 2 jurists from Lviv, Raphael Lemkin and Hirsch Lauterpacht. All 3 men had the misfortune of having their entire families sent to their deaths by the Nazi governor of German-occupied Poland, Hans Frank. In an astonishing twist, Sands met and got to know the son of Hans Frank while working on this book. Sands also met the son of another Nazi, Otto von Wachter, who was in charge of Lviv during the Second World War. What the reader will find in this fascinating book is that in the face of horror, it is possible to find the courage and strength to achieve extraordinary goals. City of Lions is a story about Lviv, the western Ukrainian city often referred to as the Vienna of the East. The book consists of an essay by Polish author Józef Witlin. He waxes eloquent about an early 20th century Lviv still glittering with an imperial Austrian splendor. But it was a city that ceased to exist by 1945. A matching essay, My Lviv, by Philip Sands, echoes the Witlin text, but it brings Lviv into modern times. Sands also calls out the failure of those in today's Lviv to fully acknowledge all its history. But nonetheless, he admits the ineffable spirit of the city ultimately seduces him. Martin Pollack has written 3 books that reveal some startling facts about Galicia and its fascinating history. In The Dead Man in the Bunker, a man is found murdered in 1947 in the mountains between Austria and Italy. He was not just any man. He was a highly ranked SS officer who commanded death squads in Eastern Europe and was head of the Gestapo in the Austrian city of Linz. And he was the author's father. Martin Pollack developed an interest in Galicia after he was barred from Poland by communist authorities from 1980 to 1989. His first book cemented a lifelong passion for the subject. To Galicia, of Hasidim, Hutsuls, Poles, and Ruthenians, an imaginary journey through the vanished world of eastern Galicia and Bukovina. Until 1918, Galicia was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It was actually an enlightened empire. It provided emancipation for the Jews and institutionalized nation-building for both Poles and Ukrainians. But Galicia was the poorhouse of the empire. Grinding poverty sent massive waves of Jewish, Polish, and Ukrainian migrants to distant shores in a desperate search for a better life. Pollack relates this story in his book Emperor of America, The Great Escape from Galicia. Poverty provokes pity, but also contempt. Pollack reveals that Hitler first met Galician Jews in Vienna before the First World War and expressed his hatred in Mein Kampf. While Pollack laments the fact that Galicia still remains too little known among Westerners, his readers will not be among them. Babyn Yar, in the Ukrainian capital of Kiev, is one of the most notorious sites of Nazi atrocities during World War II. It became symbolic of the Holocaust to the world beyond Ukraine, although to Ukrainians it symbolizes many tragedies that took place during the Nazi occupation. Over 100,000 victims of Nazi tyranny lie at the bottom of this ravine, including 34,000 Jews who were slaughtered over the course of just 2 days. The book Babyn Yar, History and Memory, is a bilingual collection in Ukrainian and English of scholarly essays dedicated to the commemoration of the 75th anniversary of this atrocity. This book is the result of the collaborative effort of scholars working with the editors Vladislav Hudinevich and Paul Robert Magotchi. The scholars are from various disciplines in Canada, France, Israel, the Netherlands, Ukraine, and the United States. At the center of the book, of course, is the history of a Nazi crime. But this book also covers the politics of memory and forgetting through the Soviet era and up to the present day. The essays provoke questions for further discussion, especially since the various authors may raise the same questions but do not always arrive at the same answers. As the editors remind us, to know and remember the Babyn Yar tragedy means not allowing such a crime to be repeated. And in the Ukrainian experience, Babyn Yar is also a symbolic farewell to empire and its mythological legacy. Black Square, Adventures in Post-Soviet Ukraine, reveals a world not often seen by foreigners. Author Sophie Penkham plunges into the chaotic harm reduction world of sex workers, junkies, and other lost souls in contemporary Ukraine. Her adventures in what she calls post-Soviet punk delirium include an encounter with the last Jew in Stalindorf, who recounts how, once upon a time, the Jews, Ukrainians, and Russians there had gotten along, more or less, until Stalin starved them. She also encounters a klezmer musician, a Yiddish teacher, Babyn Yar, and the Maidan. These books were reviewed on Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio as part of the Ukrainian Jewish Heritage series sponsored by the Ukrainian Jewish Encounter. We hope to add to them in the near future. Meanwhile, if you would like to read any of them this summer, check your nearest public library. You can find a transcript of this list on the Nash Holos blog, along with photos of the book covers and links to where you can purchase them if you'd like to support the authors and this program. The audio files and transcripts of the full book reviews are available at our website, www.nashholos.com, as well as at ukrainianjewishencounter.org. So, until next time, shalom, and happy summer reading. Ukrainian Jewish Heritage is brought to you by the Ukrainian Jewish Encounter, based in Toronto, Ontario. To find out more about their work, visit their website and follow them on Facebook and Twitter. Transcripts and audio files of this and earlier broadcasts of Ukrainian Jewish Heritage are available at their website, ukrainianjewishencounter.org, as well as at the Nash Holos website, www.nashholos.com.
Посадив він черешеньку на дворі, там не стояв із милою до зорі. Черешенька ще, хай! Черешенька прийметься, а милая за другими дивиться. Черешенька ще, хай! Черешенька прийметься, а милая за другими дивиться. Ой, ходив він із милою лісочок, виплітав її з фіалок віночок. А тепер куди піду, лиш із верби лист найду, і ще її я любити не буду. А тепер куди піду, лиш із верби лист найду, і ще її я любити не буду. Попід небо сизий сокіл літає, вже 3 рочки, як милої немає. Ой, дівчино, перебач, я сміюся, а ти плач. Як постелиш, так ся виспиш, говорять. Ой, дівчино, перебач, я сміюся, а ти плач. Як постелиш, так ся виспиш, говорять. Ой, дівчино, перебач, я сміюся, а ти плач. Як постелиш, так ся виспиш, говорять. Ой, дівчино, перебач, я сміюся, а ти плач. Як постелиш, так ся виспиш, говорять. Як постелиш, так ся виспиш, говорять.
And the Euphoria Band from Edmonton, from their brand new CD just released, and a song about a cherry tree, Cheryshenka. There's a new band on the Ukrainian Canadian music scene. They're from Edmonton, and they're called Euphoria Band. They've just released their first CD, which we debuted on the Nanaimo edition of Nash Holos on July 11th, with their song Jole, Bees. Now, Euphoria Band is busy on the festival circuit this summer, but one of their members, Adrian Warhola, did find time to send Nash Holos their CD, and he took a few minutes to chat with us about the band, what they're up to now, and their plans for the future. So, Adrian, welcome, Vitayu.
Dyakuyu, it's great to be here, Paulette. Thanks very much for having us on the program today.
So, Adrian, tell us about the band. I've been following you on Facebook, and you kind of just arrived with a splash on Facebook, and you've been really, really busy since. So, tell us how you got started.
Well, you know what? It's funny. We've actually been together for 10 years.
Oh.
We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year as a band.
I'm sorry. I said you're a brand new band. Sorry about that.
Well, you know what? We've been, I guess, quietly but proudly playing on the prairies for the last 10 years, and given this big milestone, we decided to kick it up a notch and take it across Canada. So yes, like you say, we've been coming out on all the festivals. We'll be in Dauphin at the Dauphin Canada's National Ukrainian Festival. We're heading over to Ottawa for their Ukrainian Festival, and in Toronto. So We're really taking the Ukrainian festival circuit by storm.
Yeah.
And so far it's been really exciting, and some great feedback on the album. So.
Yeah, great. So this was your first album.
This was our debut album, yes.
Okay.
We waited 10 years to do it. And that's why there was a lot of what's this interesting new sound, and I think everybody's quite happy with the wait. We just wish we could have done it sooner.
Oh yeah, well, it is a lot of work to do an album, so hats off to you for doing it, and hats off for sticking around together and doing this great music for 10 years and starting a whole new chapter here with the CD and this incredible circuit, festival circuit. Have you done it before?
Thank you. Well, no, we've been at festivals in and around Alberta primarily. We're Edmonton based, and we've played at the Vegreville Pisimka Festival many times, and that's where we released the album here a few weeks ago. And really, this is the first time for us in Dauphin, first time for us in Ottawa and Toronto. So it's really exciting for us, and we're actually a fairly young band. And from what we've been able to figure out, I think we're one of the youngest Ukrainian Canadian bands to ever reach a 10-year milestone. So there's lots of things to celebrate, and of course, given the fact that we're all young musicians, we're just excited to bring that music across to Canadians.
So what is your age range then? Are you in your 20s?
Yeah, we're all at 20. I think we're at about average age of 23 to 25,
Whoa.
26. So yeah, if you do the math, subtract 10, we started quite young.
No kidding. And you were doing gigs as teenagers?
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, our first ever gig was at the Plus, the Ukrainian Scouting Organization family dance, and they asked us to be there, and really that's where it all started and it all launched, and it's all history from there.
Wow. So are you any of your parents were they in bands?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have quite a musical background and came from a very musical family, and my dad actually is a former member of Dumka, which is one
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Canadian bands that has definitely made their mark on the Ukrainian music scene in Canada.
Yep.
So he played in the band for a few years as well, and kind of in and out. But at the stage that we're at right now, it's about a average age of 23 to 26, and we've really just formed together. There's a great group of us now, and we're just so excited to be on the festival circuit now, celebrating the music.
So tell us about the members now. Yourself, you're Adrian Warhola. Tell us about yourself.
Yes, and I play keyboards, and I'm the lead vocalist on with the band. And I started it with my friend Stefan Goda, who plays the drums. We're both the original founding members, and we have Marissa Karpiak, who sings with us, and actually also dances with the Vohon Ukrainian dancer. So
Oh.
whenever we have an event where we're both performing and she's performing, it's always fun because sometimes she gets to play double duty.
No kidding. Come on, out of breath. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's great having her. And then Fred Mack is, frankly, in my opinion, one of Edmonton's best jazz saxophone musicians. So he plays the saxophone with us, joined us a few years ago. It's great having him in the band as well. And then rounding it off is Brett Hansen, who performs with us on guitar. So there's five members in the band, and we've had a few members come and go throughout the past, and it's been an honor to have them. Like I said, my dad, Orest Warchola, was part of the band, in the past. So was Maria Cherwick, who now plays with Kubasonics. She was part of the first band.
Oh.
Ken Shores, Nick Diaz, Daria Storshchuk. So quite a wide range of musicians in the past that have helped us to get to this point.
Wow. So you must have had a fair bit of support from more seasoned band members and musicians, I suppose. As Maria Cherwick, of course, her father Brian would likely had some input into Euphoria Band.
Yeah, especially when we were starting out and trying to figure out what songs we should do, and getting some input and ideas on how we wanted to craft our sound. Definitely was a strong supporter. And of course, just listening to the great selection of Ukrainian bands we have in Canada, both those who are still playing and those who have stopped. And we've really wanted to pay tribute to those bands that kind of have set the foundation to us. And really with this new debut album, we've kind of taken that and shifted it and put a little bit more of a modern approach to it, and that's what you hear on the album.
Yeah, well, I noticed that about the album. It's there is a polka feel to it, but there is a lot more contemporary. And you pulled in different genres. The sax is very nice. So there's some kind of klezmerish jazz elements in some of the songs. Marissa and you both have gorgeous vocals. It's just a joy to listen to this to the singing. And you've got folk songs, and I think you've got a few more contemporary songs as well in there.
Yeah, there's a few songs that hopefully you've never heard of, and hopefully you have. And some of them, for example, Starenki Tramvai, that is a song that was made known by Pitka Diriska Tercia in Ukraine, which is an a cappella group. And we kind of took it up and changed it and made it we call it a fun summer song that has some steel drum sounds in it, and some, the saxophone comes in, and just a really feel good song. So we've done that with a few of them, but also trying to make sure that it's a fun polka, some fun folk polkas, some nice easy listening tunes, and just a nice feel good album overall.
Now, how did you choose your name, the Euphoria Band? It's a great name.
Thank you.
But it's not really kind of Ukrainian, first to mind.
No, it's not. And then Ukrainian, I guess, you almost could translate it into Euphoria. But, the meaning still being that, you're enjoy when you hear us. There's a feel-good attitude in the room when we're performing. And so it's funny when Stephen and I kind of got confirmed for that first event and gig that we played at, we needed a name. So we sat down and started to brainstorm and, throwing around a few names. And this was just one that stuck, I think, and primarily because it did have a little bit of a contemporary feel, and it wasn't, a traditional Ukrainian name. It was something a little bit out of the box, and it's really worked for us well. And we hope that people perhaps are in a euphoria when when they hear us, but and overall they're just enjoying the music.
Well, you know what? It's a fun name. It's really attention-getting because like I said, I've been following on Facebook, and every time you pop up, oh yeah, these guys again. It is a fun name, and it's catchy, and I think it's certainly going to be hard to forget. And after listening to your CD, definitely hard to forget your music. It's a really, really lovely CD. And tell us where people can get a copy for themselves.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, so it's available through a few retailers. I guess particularly online. One of the retailers that will be selling the CD is through yevshan.com. Mm-hmm. They will be selling it. Also available in a variety of Ukrainian stores in Edmonton, pretty much any Ukrainian store there. Of course, through any of our performances on that festival circuit, you can see all of our upcoming performances on our website, euphoriaband.ca. And then, of course, on the beautiful thing that we call the internet, we have the opportunity to hear it through iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much any option there. But of course, if you ever do want that hard copy, which in my opinion is still the best way to listen to a nice steak CD, feel free to just contact us directly on our website, and we'll make sure that you get a copy.
Okay, and that's euphoriaband.ca.
It is, yes.
Okay, and you're also on Facebook, and people can get a boo of you. I know you've posted some clips there as well. So look forward to seeing more on Facebook.
Thank you.
And good luck on the festival circuit. So what's the next one? I guess it's this is July 11th. So you just did the Vegreville Pisanka Festival. What's next?
Yeah, the Vegreville Pisanka Festival is where we debuted the album, yes. And the next one is Ottawa Ukrainian Festival on July 20th to the 22nd. So we'll be performing both on the Saturday and Sunday over there, and then off to Dauphin for Canada's National Ukrainian Festival for the August long weekend. So those are the next two big performances for us. Please do come say hi if you're listening and you'd like to chat with us. We'd always love to meet more of the Ukrainian community in Canada. And if you can't make it, like you say, yes, we'll be sharing information and clips from the tour on our social media, Facebook, and of course website. So we're excited, and hope everybody's excited as well.
Oh yeah, well, thanks so much, Adrian, for joining us, for taking time out of your very busy schedule.
It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to be on, and thank you so much for your support and for playing our music. And we hope everybody enjoys it.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Adrian. Break a leg, and all the best, and hope our paths will cross someday soon.
Thank you. Likewise. Thanks, Paulette.
I was speaking with Adrian Warchola of the Euphoria Band out of Edmonton. Follow them on Facebook or on their website, euphoriaband.ca. Vyslúchite radioprogramu Nash Holos, Radio Krínskoho Korenia, na chvíli CHLY 101.7 FM u místí Nanaimo. Pri mikrofoni Pavlina. You're listening to Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio on CHLY 101.7 FM in beautiful downtown Nanaimo. I'm your host this hour, Pavlina. And here is the Euphoria Band again with that song mentioned in our interview, Starenький tramvaj, the old tram.
Коли літо приходить, гаряча пора, і на сірому камені плавиться тінь, тільки дзвінок кричить на смінниках дітвора, говорити, ходити і думати лінь. Машин кругом іде голова, я згадаю про холодних озер блакить, куди їздив колись старенький трамвай. Повези мене туди, де природа сама, повези мене за місто, де асфальту нема, повези мене туди, де зелена трава, повези, повези, о-о-о, старенький трамвай. Ні морозива, ні пива, бо води нема, як ті люди живуть в республіці Чад. А я хочу в Антарктиду, хоч би на мить, ледве ноги волочу, очі під залива. Знов згадав я про холодних озер блакить, куди їздив колись старенький трамвай. Повези мене туди, де природа сама, повези мене за місто, де асфальту нема, повези мене туди, де зелена трава, повези, повези, повези мене туди, де природа сама, повези мене за місто, де асфальту нема, повези мене туди, де зелена трава, повези, повези.
What the heck is a zababa? It's not the kind of party that I go to with my baba. The music's kinda loud and the dancers kinda sweaty. I'll tell you all about it, have a listen if you're ready. Head ahead moves, big sip it's a baba. Lots and lots of booze, big sip it's a baba. There's those big shoes, makes a really good zababa. And a kick band makes a great zababa. In the country, they do it like they should. There's always lots to drink and there's tons of homemade food. The city folks, they try their best, but really tell me please, there must be better city food than those little cubes of cheese. Head ahead boobs, big sip of zababa, lots and lots of booze, big sip of zababa. Girls with big boobs makes a really good zababa, and a kick band makes a great zababa. All my friends are going, they all like something different, but to each his own. Me, I like the music, others like to dance, and some just want to drink and drink and drink and drink, drink. Head ahead booze, big sip it's a bottle, lots and lots of booze, big sip it's a bottle. Those are big shoes, makes a really good zababa, and a cake band makes a great zababa. boys from U&B. The Cimarrons, the Starlights, but really, let's be honest, the best kickers are the Better Hoods. Makes a good Zabama. Lots and lots of blues. Makes a good Zabama. Those big shoes. Makes a really good Zabama. And a big makes a great Zabama.
And the Kubasonics from their fourth album, Play, that was Brian Sherwick's original composition, all about what makes a great Zabava. And you heard some beeping out there of a swear word. It's allowed on this show in Ukrainian, but not in English. It is a family show, after all. So they got beeped out, but I think you got the message, what was missing. Anyways, coming up next is the Canadian Rhythm Masters from Winnipeg, and an instrumental, so we don't have to worry about swear words or anything. And this is a typical dance that you'd hear at any great Zabava, the 7 steps. And another Winnipeg group for you there, that was the Ambrose Brothers with the Reminiscing Kolomeka, otherwise known as the Oitaduna Kolomeka. Цього дня була з вами Павліна. Нагадую, ви слухайте радіопрограму «Наш Холос» радіо нашого коріння. Залишайтеся з нами наступну годину. Далі передаю мікрофону Оксані. Запрошую послухати трохи про історію і традиції, розповість Оксана. Але перед тим я хочу залишити вас такими словами мудрості. Не бере прикладу від таких людей, що злі вчинки роблять. And our proverb of the week translates as, do not follow the example of people who do bad deeds. Good advice indeed. And that brings us to the end of the first hour of Nash Holos Ukrainian Roots Radio here on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo. We'll leave you with one last polka, Jason's Polka by Evan Ivasuk from Edmonton, Alberta. Please stay with us as Oksana takes over the microphone to host the next hour. Meanwhile, please join me here again next Wednesday from 11 a.m. till 12 noon. And until then, do stay in touch with both Oksana and me via our Facebook page and Twitter. And make sure to visit the Nash Holos website for podcast links, audio archives, transcripts, and more. And that's www.nashholos.com. So stay tuned next for the Nash Holos Ukrainian Hour with Oksana, followed by Wellness Wednesday to learn how to be healthy naturally. And at 2 p.m., join Gord Bibby for 2 hours of great oldies on Groovin' with Bibby G. I'm Pavlina. Thanks so much for listening. Do zустрічі.